Hey, welcome back to the channel, everybody. We're taking a little bit of a break with the cylinder head. It is actually done. It's right here, but we had a little trouble and we lost the video with the cylinder head. So on this video, I will be posting a link down below to another video where it shows me lapping valves and using the valve spring compressor tool, so you can check that out. But I wanted to show you a little block modification we're doing. This is the deck of the block. Move the pistons so they're down in the bores just a little bit, and I'll take you through what I'm doing here. I covered up the deck with some painter's tape, and then used the ball end of a ball peen hammer and just rubbed it in on these oil return holes where the oil comes down from the head, comes down here from the head, and then drains back into the block here. And use the hammer, with the ball end. You just rub it and it cuts the tape. And then, I pulled that little piece out. Then I took a little bit of shop towel, soaked it in oil, and pushed it down inside the hole so that no debris would get in there. Now, I wanted to do this earlier before I washed the block and cleaned it, but I'd forgotten about it, and I remembered I wanted to radius these oil return holes. So the idea is to radius this corner. This is a very sharp edge where at the factory they machine it, and I wanted to get rid of that, so any oil that comes down here can just very easily make its way back to the oil pan. And I don't know if it'll make very much difference at all, but every little bit counts. So what I did is I put a bit in my drill driver here, okay, and just very carefully radius this edge. Okay, now after this, what we're going to do, so I've already done this. I've already done this on all these, and there's several of them that go down along the block here. And what I did is I wrapped some towels up on either side. I would grind these two and then move the towels down, and then radius the next two, and move the towels down and radius the next two. So now we're at the point where we're getting ready to pull the oily rag out, and this one here I already have done. Now no contaminants got down in, but I will be taking a Q-tip with some brake clean or some denatured alcohol and cleaning that out, and making sure we get absolutely no debris down into the oil pan. So first thing I want to do is all the little filings, want to soak those up with a magnet. You can see that, whoop, my shed door just shut. It's kind of windy here today, so sorry about that. So we got all of our debris there. And then we're going to take our hemostats here, which we found at it was actually Pittsburgh Parts-A-Rama. I don't know if they're doing that anymore. But we want to reach down very carefully inside there and grab hold of that. You could use needle nose pliers for this if you had a long pair of needle nose pliers. We reach down in. We want to get it up to about here before we pull it out. We want to use the magnet on it again, and just kind of get as much of the debris off there as possible. And the idea is, if I can get as much off of that as possible, whenever I pull that out, none should be hanging loose that would fall down in. So, oh boy, man, it is windy today. I shut that door, but the wind pulled it open and shut it again. And then from here, we're just going to very carefully pull this out. And there it is. It's all its glory, and you can see it's nice and dirty. So what we'll do is we'll take a little bit of brake clean on a rag here. I'm trying to do all this one-handed. Not the easiest thing, without shaking the camera around. Just take the brake clean on a rag, clean this out, wipe that off, and we'll get down in the hole there. And I'll probably end up using some, yeah, it's all dirty and greasy and everything, but from the oil. But that's got to get cleaned out. So what I'll do is I'll take some pipe cleaning brushes, the kind you get at Harbor Freight for a few bucks, and I'll work those down in. I'll actually turn the motor upside down. That way any debris that's in there will be pushed out this way. So the idea would be to push to push the cleaning brush in this way and then pull it up out. Okay, the motor would be upside down, so I guess you would push it in and then pull it out from the bottom. But then we'd do that several cycles, cleaning the brush each time until it came back absolutely clean. It's a little bit of a pain in the butt, but it is what it is. So next what we'd do is move the towels down, move everything down, and the oil pan isn't on yet, so it's not going to be a problem accessing the bottom of the motor. But we'd move the towels down, exposing this one, and this one here only has one oil drain back hole here. Then it goes, 2 and 2 more over here, and then we move this towel down to cover these holes, and then we do the same thing here. We'll pull, use the magnet and then use the rag to pull that out. So the idea is, again, to just try and get the oil to drain back a little bit easier. Sometimes on high G corners, the quad 4s have an oil control issue, so we're trying to mitigate that as much as we can. If you like what you're seeing here, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you in the next episode.